Hello friends, welcome back. Creativity is an important concept for every part of life. I mean for every kind of people, be they are students, designers, professionals, artists, film directors, content writers, bloggers, engineers, and I can say for every profession. There's a need to improve your creativity. So in this tutorial, I'm gonna discuss the first part of creativity, that is how to improve creativity and lateral thinking with behavioral practices. It's me, Bhanuchandar, the writer of Stuff You Look and Easy Blogger Stuff blogs. Okay, before discussing the actual topic, let me state the definition of creativity. Creativity can be defined as an art of thinking, imagining, writing, acting, doing, or even speaking something new that differs from the rest and that is probably unique, astonishing, appreciable, acceptable, adaptable, and in fact, practical. The definitions of creativity and lateral thinking are closely related. More or less, both can be assumed same. Therefore, I will be discussing about them synchronizingly. I divided creativity study into two separate categories: behavioral practices, habitual practices. In this video, we will understand the behavioral aspects of improving creativity, while in the next video, we will learn the best habitual practices for improving creativity. Okay, let's dive into the topic. Feel the need for changes or requirements. Necessity or requirements are the main source of creativity. Once we feel the need for a change or feel like we were uncomfortable with the present, we will be in a position to innovate. In other words, make ways to new ideas. We won't eat unless we are hungry, right? Same principle applies to lateral thoughts. So, in order to boost our lateral thinking, we should frame our surroundings, environment in such a way that we are always left with many requirements, necessities, or to do tasks. Finding faults, yes, you heard that right. A creative person, especially a designer and content writer, should find faults in the existing things, designs, or writings. Let me clear this with a day to day example. We are already having a number of mobile phones in the market, right? Still, then, why we are seeing new advanced phones every day? That's because, in some way or other, every phone lacks in perfection. Same fund applies to whatever products we see around. It is to be noted that the designers look for a problem so as to upgrade the existing one, even if there's no fault in it. Time to think. What would have happened if Thomas Edison wouldn't found any fault in using candlelight? The whole world would have stayed in candlelight. No question of inventing electric bulb. So every innovation begins with requirements, and requirements are proportional to fault findings. So develop the attitude of finding discomforts, mistakes, and faults in whatever you come across. Being different, I mean not satisfying. Most of the people pursue things in usual, I mean normal or same way, but very few observe things differently. They are the actual creative individuals. Be different, think differently, and do differently. Don't get satisfied with whatever others are doing. Find your own way of pursuing things. Don't try to notice casual things. Try to analyze or look for uncasual things. For example, if you are given a say a photography or a cartoon, then try to focus mainly on the background rather than what others does. That is on the character of the picture. This way, explore or pursue things differently and be keen to each and every part of the issue. Always make the habit of raising questions. Some examples being, what else can we do with a used toothbrush? Can safety pin be used as electric connector? Like this way. Okay, next we will discuss about exposure. Well, one can open up his or her mind and can explore various thoughts only when he is exposed to different situations. To be creative, you should be aware of as many things as possible, that too in various areas. Say, if you are a graphic designer, then don't restrict yourself to that particular specialization. Instead, educate yourself to various related design fields like interior designs, visual communications, etc. This way, you can remove the restrictions, so called boundary walls, and hence would think in diverse ways. Most importantly, whatever you are, wherever you are, and whatever you are doing, observe things, observe surroundings, and be keen to the current ongoings. An ant is a tiny living creature on earth, but it does have heart, lungs, or any other organs like we have, right? Even a tiny thing is worth observing because it does carry matter. Don't neglect small or details or issues. Share your thoughts. Sharing your creative ideas with your friends, family, teachers, or any others would help you as follows. Others are the good judges in finding the loopholes of yours. Same applies to their work. That would help you correct yourself. They might suggest you for some changes by giving their own ideas. In this way, you are working in a team and thus indirectly exploring multiple ideas. Analyze the mistakes from what they have suggested, thus avoiding it without doing it from your side. Learn from the mistake of others. Identify the mistakes with others, acts or concepts, and try to avoid the same. Going through others' ideas is the next concern for creative improvement. Just like you shared and got creative suggestions or ideas from others, go through other ideas and analyze what are all the possible mistakes that they made, what is to be avoided, how well their concept went, how that concept can be changed and incorporated in your own concept. What other ideas, alternatives, can be derived from theirs? How that differs from yours? Well, this can also be applied to content writing. Writers may check others' works and understand for the above list. Okay, leave in assumptions. Well, you might have watched some of the famous cartoons, animated movies. It's really great to see how directors imagine the impossible things and show them with a clean and decent script form, right? This is the power of assumptions. Directors live in a world of assumptions, and that is what makes them creative than most of us. Consider any topic and make suitable assumptions on how to deal with the situation. You must be in a position to unwrap your imaginations and think crazily. Don't mind if you are thinking in an impossible manner. Who knows, that might come possible. Confidence, well, then when you think differently, there might be the risk of criticism or even rejections from many. Criticism from others is a root source of disappointment or downbreakment of one's confidence. When confidence is lost, you will be stuck with no ideas. So, in order to overcome such situations, appreciate yourself, appreciate your own ideas, and try to boost your confidence or interest to make further progress. Risking and eliminating the fear for failure is one way of being creative. For one to be creative, one should be ready to take risks. Remember, doing different or being different is a key indication of creativeness, and to be different means you should be ready to face the risks. The risk could be any of the following: failure, criticism, and rejection from people. Well, even if you fail in meeting the expectations of your creative works, don't let your hopes down. When you fail, you will be moving one step towards the success, right? And hence, keep creating without the fear of failure, okay? It was said that 90% of the people fails because of not taking risks or not even starting. The rest 10% succeed because they have started something. The fear in you might refrain you from even starting or trying the thought idea. This is the biggest drawback of all. Whatever your work is going to make a blast or whether it will get a utter flop, don't worry. Just try, give it a try. Until you start or try, you won't be knowing whether it's a success or failure. Okay, observing and analyzing others is the next factor to discuss. Watching and understanding others is a big deal. It's a psychology, and this would definitely help you develop analyzing power. Find how creative others are, how they are behaving, etc. If possible, read their face to analyze their characters. Let it go wrong, no issue. It is recommended to watch children's activities. Children are really crazy and they obviously show crazy thoughts. It's up to you to grasp what they are doing. The faster you observe what they are doing, the more observing power you get. If possible, think like a child but behave like an adult. Sometimes children could beat elders or even scientists in idea generation. Group up your thoughts. In other words, make a note or write down. Creative ideas or thoughts comes in flow while doing related or even unrelated works. Ideas strike your head and might flash like a thunder. But if it's not caught, then you will be losing that idea. It happens most of the times. That's because human brain tends to forget things or ideas that flashes in mind, even after a few seconds. That's the reason why most of the creative people carry a notepad, a book, or any of today's digital gadgets just to write down the ideas that strike their mind. So make the habit of writing down the thoughts somewhere that is convenient and easily accessible, no matter where you are and what you are doing, and don't even mind whether the idea is some kind of weird or nonsense. Sometimes nonsense might make some sense, strange, isn't it, but true. Okay, don't forget to revise the grouped thoughts sometime later and try to utilize them for your other works, other ideas. Group of water droplets makes an ocean, right? Group of small things may lead to great innovative idea. Agree or not? Okay, being compared is the next factor for improving creativity. Comparison is required wherever you are and whatever you are doing. For example, in your primary school, you might have competed with your fellow schoolmates so as to stand in the top position of the class. If you are a blogger or content writer, you might have compared your Alexa ranking with that of your fellow bloggers. True, isn't it? If you are satisfied with your results, however it is, then you won't be taking further steps for progress. I mean, you will end your lateral thinking and innovations. Develop the habit of comparing your tasks, activities, writings with that of others and find the difference. Compare and understand to what extent you are creative than the rest. Avoid routine and uninteresting activities to improve your creativity is the next concern. Well, doing same and routine works bore you. Such environment acts as a main obstruction for your literal thoughts. Avoid doing uninterested and repeated works continuously. Instead, take a break from your regular works and go for some of your habits. Well, the following are the best ways to keep away boredom due to routine works. Reading and writing imaginative stories, watching movies, especially cartoons and animated movies, listen to music and play games, travel and sightseeing are some of the best ways for relaxing your mind to keep you active. Here goes my quote. Robots do routine things, not humans. True, isn't it? Okay, positive minded friends greatly influence your creative thinking. Move greatly with positive people who supports you the most just to boost your confidence. Mindless, those people whom discourage you, the company surrounding you with whom you move or live greatly affects your work and thinking. It's always advisable to move greatly with positive minded people, those who supports you or inspires you. It's also good to move with people whom get inspired by your works or action. Such people will make you understand your importance and capabilities. Hence, your confidence level will not waver. The famous saying, you are judged by your surroundings, supports this discussion, right? Okay, the final discussion of this topic is being practical. Well, from the very beginning, I have been speaking more about crazy thoughts. It's good to develop those thoughts, but make sure that almost all of your thoughts are practical, especially if you are a designer. If you are a writer or director, then your thinking may go beyond imagination, but all that should be framed and represented as practical. Almost all animated movies show some kind of characters like talking animals, etc., and as their main character. Best example is Kung Fu Panda. It is impossible, but it was represented in a practical manner. That is the creative power of directors. So try to make your crazy thoughts grow practical. Well, as usual, I will wrap my discussion on improving creativity and lateral thinking with simple, straight points, what I call my thumb rules. Feel the need for changes or requirements. Find faults in the current things, I mean products, materials, procedures, or whatever you come across. Be different, think differently, and do differently. Make the habit of exposure to as many new things, situations, and products. Share your thoughts with friends, family, and others. Go through others' works and analyze them. Live in assumptions. Observe and analyze others, their attitude, behavior, work nature, ideas, etc. Take risks, eliminate the fear for failure. Be confident on self, encourage and support your own thoughts. Group up your ideas or thoughts and write down. Be comparative, compare your ideas with those of others. Avoid doing routine and uninterested activities. Move with positive kind of environment, I mean positive and supportive people. Finally, don't forget to be practical. Even though you go for some crazy thoughts, make sure that it's represented in a practical manner. Well, these are the 15 points that could help you improve your creativity by way of your behavioral practices. Hope you enjoyed this video. While in my next video, I'm gonna cover the later part.